You are listening to Sugar Daddy in a Glass, the podcast that brings you reviews to help you find sensuous things to sip. I'm your host, Yolanda Shoshana, your witch on wine, your sorceress psalm, and lifestyle curator. Let's get into it. 'Tis the season to rosé all day. During the summer, there is nothing better than a refreshing glass of rosé. In this episode, I'm going to get down and dirty with Chapelle La Gordonne, a rosé from Provence. Let's feel the flavor of the pink. So before I get into the rosé, I want to tell you a little bit more about this chateau, because who doesn't love to know about a chateau? I mean, if I could be living in a chateau right now, I would be. I just need to find a count or a duke, even if it's Count Chocula. Count, duke, king, hell, even a queen at this point. I just want to, hey, queens, I just want to live in a chateau. So Château La Gordonne is a historic house estate in Provence, and they've been making wine since 1663. And this chateau practices biodiversity and sustainability, and their farming methods are friendly to the environment, which we love. And they are known for rosés that typically are a blend of Grenache, Cinsault, and Syrah, my favorite blends when it comes to rosé. And they're full of fruit, acidity, and floral notes. And they pair well. They have a variety of rosés that pair well with different food, from your seafood to your beef to your salads to rice-based dishes, whatever you pretty much would want to pair a rosé with. They have a little something for everybody, and that's what we love about them. I had the pleasure several months ago of having lunch with the winemaker Julian. We went to Fleming on the Upper East Side, and Julian is such a hoot. He is so passionate about rosé. I don't think I've ever met anybody as passionate about rosé. But I will say he has me looking at rosé in a whole new light, because he said we should think about rosé like champagne. And I was like, he's right. Because like champagne, there are different varieties within rosé. And even if that rosé is coming from someplace that isn't France. So he had a very valid point. So now every time I think about how I am drinking rosé, I think about what I'm eating, and do I want something more on the higher end, or that's been aged a little bit longer, or what am I looking for? So if you ever get a chance to talk to him, he could just go on and on about rosé, and it's quite wonderful. So the rosé of today is the La Chapelle Gordonne, the 2023 vintage. Loved it. It is balanced and it's fresh. When I say fresh, I mean frisky. It's frisky on the palate. Like as soon as it hits, it's like, hey girl, hey, which is how I like my rosés. Full of berries and a lot of grapefruit. And it tastes like what you would expect a rosé from Provence to taste like, but it has a little more elegance, a little more linger, a little more sexy on the palate when it hits. And a bottle will run you between like 25 to 29. So this is hitting more of a luxury rosé, which is what you deserve, honey. And it would pair wonderfully with pasta, of course, pizza, hey, roast chicken, and fancy French cheese like your brie and your camembert, my favorites. And if you are like me and you like to drink rosé year-round, because you should be drinking rosé year-round and not just the summer, this rosé is great for the Thanksgiving Day turkey. I stand by my comments that rosé at Thanksgiving and for Thanksgiving is one of the best moves you could possibly make. So this rosé is Sugar Daddy in a Glass approved, and it's kind of sexy too. So if you have a special someone, or you're trying to seduce someone to be your special someone, this bottle is for you. Thank you so much for coming through. You know I love it when you do. And don't forget to sign up for my newsletter, Sugar Daddy in a Glass, bringing your senses a little something to your inbox. Until next time, Peace, love, and cheers.